Welcome into Under the Radar. I am Drew Martin. This is WagerTalk's new college basketball betting show on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Guys, we had a good first week. This is only the second episode here of Under the Radar, but last week, if you followed these trends, you made some money. We got a 5-1 week, plus 3.9 units. Are the results here. $100 better up $390 and plus 69 against the spread points combined. That's an important number, I feel, to kind of track how you're doing. It's just kind of a maybe like an overall feel because it is sides and totals combined in that ATS number. But still, it's something I like to track to see kind of how you're hitting them, if you will. But in the recap section here, last week we had UNLV, the team in the desert, playing well, catching 14 against Colorado State and winning outright, plus 28 ATS points in that one, and also -5 versus Nevada, winning that game, plus 6 ATS points. So 2-0 for UNLV. Unfortunately, didn't bet them the money line against the Rams. Also Hawaii there, the Rainbow Warriors. And remember, guys, we were looking to bet on them because of schedule dynamics. They're getting back-to-back road games, back-to-back home games, unlike last year with COVID kind of causing problems for the Rainbow Warriors. We did take a loss on them, -13 against Cal State Northridge, but they did bounce back and beat UC Santa Barbara in their second matchup. So 1-1 with Hawaii and also Alabama. We were betting them towards the over. Ooh, or the Crimson Tide, definitely an over team, guys. 150.5 was the number against Baylor. That cruised over, and 157 in the Hardwood Iron Bowl against Auburn. That one went way over. Auburn put up 100. Alabama went north of 80. So that one was nice, 24 points against the spread combined. And guys, what I'm looking to do with these three teams, UNLV, Hawaii, and Alabama, hey, we hit them right last week. Press them this week. When you look forward to UNLV, I'm going off of Ken Palm's numbers here, but on Saturday, they got a tough trip to Logan, Utah. Bet on UNLV. That's the trend we're riding here, +9. Could it go against us? Hey, it's a tough place to play. Utah State's a good team, but these trends, what I've found in the past is a good way to kind of pad your bankroll is when you're seeing them right, keep riding them. Instead of just spending your time looking for a whole new trend to ride, keep riding these trends that are working. They also got Air Force on Tuesday, -10. Real quick here on Hawaii, they got UC Riverside projected +3. That's tonight, Thursday night. I'll be on Hawaii late night. UC Davis on Saturday, projected number +1. Ride the Rainbow Warriors in that one as well. And then the Alabama Crimson Tide in their trends, running them up this week at Kentucky. That projected total is 159. That's a healthy Kentucky team now, guys. I know 159 is a high number, but look to ride them to the over. And then next Tuesday against South Carolina, like that one, over 141. A little bit more reasonable of a number, but Alabama is going to look to run with anybody that they play. So kind of pressing them here, guys. So we'll have a 2-week recap next show and a 1-week recap as well. But let's get into this week's teams, the new trends I'm looking to ride. That's the Auburn Tigers. Yes, a bet on team, but for under the radar here, how we're looking to bet War Eagle is over the total. This season, over under 13-9 year to date towards the over. But even more importantly, the recent trend, 7 of the last 9 to the over. When you're looking at betting Bruce Pearl's squad, especially at home, they look to run it up. This upcoming week, they're going to be on the road. They're at Georgia with a projected total of 153. Little bit tricky. Bet them over in the Deep South's oldest rivalry last time these two played, and it fell short, mainly because the Bulldogs didn't do enough scoring. They've actually gotten better offensively. 153. Bet that game, Auburn and Georgia, towards the over. That's what the trend would say. And Tuesday at Arkansas, two good teams here. Possibly 2 top 3 teams in the SEC. Bet that game to the over as well. 151, the projected total in that one. Interestingly enough, Georgia and Arkansas just played last night and actually took a loss on that, thinking it was an under game. But hey, Georgia offense kind of exploded, and Arkansas looking to go even more up tempo than I thought with Eric Musselman. So 151 in the Auburn Arkansas game on Tuesday to the over. Also got another team here I'm looking to bet trend-wise. That team is the Temple Owls, and they're an under team I have them pegged as. Over under this season, 7-12 year to date towards the under. 8 of their last 10 games have finished towards the under. When you look at their projected schedule this upcoming week, Saturday versus Tulsa, projected total of 133. And on Monday at USF, a projected total on KenPom of only 119. That is a low total. I will say this about the odds makers. Bet Online, not to promote Bet Online, just letting you know they're leading the market. So all the sports books after them, Side and Total, are just kind of shading their numbers towards BOL. BOL, whenever it's projected to be under 120, they usually pad it up a little bit. So we actually might get some value there on the Monday game at USF, but it's 119. I'd look to bet that under. In Tulsa on Saturday at 133. Look, Temple is a really good defensive team. Joe Ranieri actually turned me on to looking at this Temple defense. And sure enough, we just read it off. 8 of their last 10 games to the under. They're a slower team that's actually not very good on offense. Their field goal percentage, their free throw percentage, their 3-point percentage, all very mediocre at best offensively, but defensively, they are stout. They're a top 25 in effective field goal percentage against. They get a hand in your face, and the AAC kind of plays a little bit slower tempo there. So I actually think we're getting value. Good value, Temple Owls to the under. Tulsa and USF this upcoming week, guys. So, in recap here, the new teams, of course, we're pressing UNLV, Hawaii, and Alabama in their games coming up, just like we talked about on last week's show. But the new teams here, Auburn and Temple. Auburn to the over, Temple to the under. Guys, we'll be back next Thursday recapping these two teams, also the 3 teams that we're pressing from last week's show. So stay tuned for that. Do want to give a huge shout out to the people that commented below. If you're watching this show, please give me a reply below where maybe we can improve. Also, what teams you're looking to bet on, overs, unders, bet on, maybe even fade. Sometimes that can be a good money maker. Huge shout out to Captain's Corner. We got Matt Lawless chiming in. And yes, Matt, this will be a weekly show on Thursdays we're recording. Edward Prange, thanks for joining in. Roger Long and D Nice actually saying the Ohio Bobcats could be an over team going forward. And D Nice, they're only 9-9. So maybe riding under the radar, meaning 9 overs, 9 unders. So maybe look to bet the Ohio Bobcats according to D Nice towards the over. But anyway, guys, that does it for this week's show. Auburn and Temple, new teams. Auburn to the over, Temple to the under. Thanks for tuning in. Please smash that like button. Feel free to reply below. We'll be back next week. Best of luck if you're tailing. Thanks for tuning in.